Hey guys, it's Jean with HustlePaintball.com, and today I'm going to show you how to fill your compressed air tank with a scuba tank. Now, all you'll need is a scuba fill station, your scuba tank of course, and your compressed air tank. Let's pull in close here so I can show you how it works. This is what the top of your scuba tank is going to look like. This is called a K-valve, and it is usually the standard valve in the United States. There are a couple variations, but we're not really going to go over them because these usually fit the fill stations. This is your burst disc on this side, and this is the actual valve itself. Now, as you see, there's an O-ring in there, and our fill station fits perfectly into that. Once you have it situated, you'll want to clamp it down in the back. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. And we're ready to fill. So we're ready to fill, but there's a couple things I want to go over before we do. This back here on the fill station is obviously the knob we use to clamp it down. This is our release valve, our gauge, make sure that reads 0 right now, and the female end of a quick disconnect that we're going to connect onto our tank. Go ahead and grab your tank and slide this part of the female end back. Make sure the tank is fully secured in there and this has slid all the way back. Now if it doesn't, the tank will fly off during the filling process and it's scary for everybody. Now, make sure that the release valve is closed and we're ready. Go ahead and turn the valve. Once you hear that click and the hissing, you know that the tank is starting to fill. You don't want to fill it too fast because that'll heat up the tank and you won't get a full fill once it cools down. So we're just going to take it till it reads 3. As you can hear, the hissing has stopped and I've done nothing. What that means is another indication for you that it's done filling. Go ahead and close your valve. And before you can take the tank off, you need to depressurize your fill station. What that means is turn your release valve, let all the air out, and your tank should come right off. So, we've got our 62 CI tank filled. Now you can go ahead and leave the fill station on the scuba tank or take it off with you wherever you go. Here, it doesn't really travel, so it stays right here. Now, when you fill up your scuba tank the first time, it's going to be about 3,000 psi. That means that your tank, the first fill, will get a perfect 3,000 psi. Each additional fill after that will be slightly lower in pressure just because it drops a little. Now, that doesn't mean, you're going to get 2,000, but it is pretty close to 3,000 psi. That being said, you can fill both 3,000 and 4,500 psi tanks with a regular scuba tank. The only difference is the 4,500 won't be filled to capacity, just somewhere around 3,000 depending on the pressure left in your tank. Now the initial investment is kind of steep, but it's well worth it because that way you can fill your own tank by going to the scuba tank once and you can fill it up a couple times. Now I can't tell you how many fills a scuba tank will give you, mainly because it really depends on your tank and how you use it. Whether that be filling a 62 CI tank or a 48 CI tank, whether you're topping off tanks consistently, or how low you play your tank down to, all makes a difference on how many fills you get out of this scuba tank. The last thing I want to mention is if this setup is kind of weird to you, you're visually inspecting it and it doesn't look right, don't use it. Go ahead and take it to a specialist. Make sure that there's nothing wrong with the tank. They can be dangerous. Now, if you have any questions or comments or just have suggestions for other videos, please email us at videos@hustlepaintball.com. And as always, you can find this tank and this fill station at www.hustlepaintball.com. See ya!